factory.
All right. Hello, welcome. Great to see you guys. I'm going to do this a little abbreviated intro as we are ready to head over to the Virtual USA Flying Club Discord channel and do a very, very quick briefing over there. So, flying the capital city's Crossfire tonight between Chuck Yeager International Airport here in West Virginia and Capital City over in Virginia. So it should be a lot of fun. And I'd like to just take a couple of minutes to welcome folks in. STW 222, better known as Stu. Thanks for coming in, and also thank you very much for providing the ATC. It's going to be a lot of fun. We've got a first-time chatter, November 321 Tango Foxtrot. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I had no idea about the Twitch affiliate thing, so yeah, appreciate that. M. Stein is here. Mike, how's it going? Rock Valkyrie, just watching. That's all right. That's all right. And anyway, great to see you guys. I'm going to head over to the Discord, and we'll be ready to rock and roll. All right, guys, I think we're ready to go. I've got 8 o'clock Eastern time on my clock, as Mike Sanante would say. And so welcome to the Capital Crossfire Virginia's edition. And just a couple of, I guess, notes on my end here. I think for the most part, folks are well acquainted with these Crossfire type events, so I'm not going to go through the entire briefing here. But if you do have questions, more specific questions, when I'm kind of done with my part, I'll hang out here in the events chat, and we can talk a little bit as people are departing. But just a couple things. We want to try to spread the traffic as evenly as we can. So I know we had a little bit of an idea based on just initial reaction, but if you spawn in and you see that 12 of the 16 of us are departing from one airport, maybe spawn in at the other, and just so we can balance the traffic out a little bit. We do have some ATC. It's really nice of our friend Stephen Welsh to jump in here and provide us a little control. So thank you very much for that. We do have some controlled airspace, namely Chuck Yeager International here in West Virginia. So if we get some additional control here, some additional ATC, you're going to want to make sure that you're requesting permission to do whatever it is that you're going to be doing. And anyway, so along the way, you can stop wherever you'd like to. I know the briefing said that it was intended to be a VFR event. So if you want to make changes to your weather, as long as you keep the altimeter and the winds pretty consistent with what's going on in the real world, you can. Or if you want to try to fly it with real weather and you even want to request an IFR route back and forth, I think that's going to also be okay. So it'll be up to you as far as what you feel comfortable with. And yeah, that's kind of the main thing from my end of it. So anything I'm missing or any initial questions? All right, fair enough, guys. Have fun. And again, as folks are departing, I'll just kind of linger here for a few minutes. And if you have anything that you want to talk about, we sure can. And if I don't know the answer, I'll make sure I find somebody who does. So enjoy your flight. And this is a heck of a good way to spend a Tuesday night. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Brent. Thank you. Have fun.
All right, so I think for our end of it, that's pretty much it. 321 Tango Fox was going to get on tower, but you had some other things to do tonight. Hey, man, it's okay. I understand, and we didn't request specific ATC just because
Here's
That's a Tuesday night, and people gear up, for different events. And I know it's hard to get staffing sometimes. Hey, Panicon. Thank you very much. You guys are too kind, too kind. But anyway, it's pretty simple for us. We're going to start at Charleston here, Chuck Yeager, West Virginia International Airport. We're going to fly. I am going to fly IFR, even though I see that both of these fields have become VFR. It's not been that way today. There's been a pretty good weather system that's kind of moved through here with some icing and even a little bit of snow when I checked earlier. It looks though like it's much nicer now, but I just like as I look out, I see I just see some low clouds and stuff. So I filed IFR and up to 12,000. I also was going to fly the Comanche tonight, but I thought I might need something with a little better anti-icing, so I've switched to the PC12. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Yeah. So I'm listening again, kind of for any last minute things from the group. I tell you what, our pilots from the Virtual USA Flying Club are at the point now where their proficiency level is really pretty good, and so it's kind of cool. Not that I don't mind having questions for sure, but it's just fun to see everybody doing their thing. Do I not have? I don't think I have. I guess I don't have an EFB. And hopefully that includes myself. Maybe my level of proficiency has gone up a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and crank up the fuel just a bit here. I don't have official numbers, but I might just top it off. Why not? We'll be safe. That way we don't have to get fuel over at Capital City, where we all know the fuel prices are outrageous, if you know what I mean. I've filed direct, and I'm going to let everybody kind of get going. That's right, Panic. Top her off. It's on Twitch because it's my anniversary, so they said hook yourself up with as much avgas as you need. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And okay, let's go through the checklist and get things going. I do have the doors closed. The tie downs, covers, all this stuff is removed. We should be good to go. Fuel cargo. I know, right? Twitch, those guys, those freaking guys, they've thought of everything. And let's see here. The gear is down right there and confirmed down on my throttle quadrant. Parking brake is set and confirmed. Flaps are at 0. And all right, I think we're ready to go. Get the battery 1 and battery 2 on here. Fuel pumps are on auto. Ignition is ready there. Let's get a nav light going here so people know we're messing around. Don't really need any internal lights right now because I've got the time moved back. I might actually once we get going, though. You never know. And all right. Starter switch coming alive. I'm looking for it to stabilize a little bit. Looks good. Go to ground idle. And here she comes. Okay, that's nice and steady. I think we're in good shape there. Let's go up top here. Let's get the generators turned on. And let's get the avionics going. And Probably would be good to just get a little bit of cabin heating going on here. Let's get some. Let's just get some stuff going on here. Passengers signs are coming on as well, and we'll hold off on the rest of it here. Is the PC12 single pilot rated? It is, to my understanding. Captain Drew, first time chatter, welcome. Thanks for the question. My understanding is yes. All right, local CTAF. You know, that's something I forgot to talk about. Local
Todd, system
CTAF.
test okay.
What is the CTAF here? Unicom is 2295. Nine or 5 122950. There we go. And I'm going to give myself a squawk code. It's interesting. I kind of like those. Oh, maybe we have ATC. Maybe that's why. I kind of like those squawk codes that we get when we are. I've got ground. Heck yeah, baby. I've got ground at. I got ground at the Chuck. Nice, nice. Heck yeah, baby. Even better. So, I'm going to go 121 8 Charleston ground. And I'm going to hold off on my squawk code because I'll actually get a clearance here. I do see an ATIS as well, which is fantastic. We've got information Gulf. Let's see, the wind's 240 at 7, 10 statute miles, overcast 3,900, -9 outside. Altimeter is 3012. And it looks like they are using runway 23 for departure. Okay, very good. I'm not doing anything crazy here. There are no departures out of out of Yeager. And there are no arrivals into Capital City, so we'll just kind of take a look at things as we get going and see what runway it makes sense for us to use. Am I in VATSIM? Affirm. Okay, Captain Drewer, so the server-wide Unicom frequency is 122.80, but with our Virtual USA Flying Club events, we've received permission from VATSIM to use the local CTAF or Unicom frequencies during our events. So it doesn't really apply a whole lot right now, although it will as soon as we get going. But kind of a cool little feature for the club. So for West Virginia International, we'll be using 2295, and we're still required to monitor 2280 just so we can hear the other users on frequency that aren't a part of our event, obviously, but that is kind of a nice little deal. And then for Capital City, just so I can look ahead, although again we have, well, what do we have? Capital City. This Capital City may fall into our Lexington approach, actually. So
November 4th.
Anyway, that's just kind of a cool little feature there.
Come 22 yeah, to where it goes.
But they actually at Capital City they use the 2280.
Sorry if I missed this. I got a question about the frequencies.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Go ahead.
Oh, hang on. I see you talking, but I think I turned my sound off.
No, so if you're wondering, I have for Jaeger, I actually have a CTAF of 20, let me look for it again because I just lost it. But I should have mentioned this in the briefing, but I'm seeing Unicom as 22905 at West Virginia International.
Right. My question was just going to be, we're going to use that Unicom frequency rather than the tower frequency that they would use for CTAF and that, like in real life.
Correct. We'll use that. Make sure that you're monitoring 2280 just in case there's other airport or other airplanes that are coming in that aren't a part of the event. But yeah, 2295 for the tower frequency for anybody departing Jaeger.
Okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's usually CTAF and Unicom's the same. You know what I mean. Anyway, thanks.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Okay. Oh, you know what's going to be kind of interesting here? So, this is going to be... All right. So, we're going to come here, enter, and we're going to monitor that. I got to make sure. So, this, we're monitoring 2. And we're talking and monitoring on 1. Okay, very good, very good. All right. Where am I at here? Heating, cooling, passenger signs. Okay, I'm ready for clearance here.
Charleston traffic, Cirrus 4 Kilo Romeos are now about 5 miles west of the field, 4,500 leaving the area out to the west, last call, Charleston.
Okay, so he is, that was us.
And Charleston traffic.
Restart my computer 3
Traffic
times.
is on 7 miles, final runway 23, 7 mile final, 23.
Turn this off for now. At Charleston ground, November 11816. We have information Gulf and IFR request Capital City.
November 11816, you are cleared to the Capital City Airport. As filed, climb maintain 5,000 departures offline, walk 4553.
Okay, cleared to Capital City as filed. Will maintain 5,000 departure offline and squawk 4553 November 11816.
November 816, redirect correct.
Okay, that's good. And we're going to go to altitude reporting, and it kind of keeps it automatically where we're at. So we're on ground there. Sweet. I'm going to hold off on doing the monitor here until we're rolling a little bit. But so yeah. So Captain Drew, I don't know if that answers your question fully, but that's kind of what we have been able to do. And again, it just adds a little bit of just a little bit more realism. I don't know. We kind of nerd out about stuff like that. All right, I'm going to come down here. We're going to do a little pusher test, and then we're going to get ourselves going. So let's brief the taxi here. They're using runway 23, so we're going to come all the way from the FBO. Probably going to get Charlie up to Alpha, and we'll go ahead and take full length here to get out, and then we're going to climb up to 5,000. We're going to control ourselves because there's no tower, and so we'll just kind of get ourselves up to safe altitude, and then we'll turn on course. That's set, and we're good to go. Navigraph uses the JEPs. Yes, I believe that is also correct. I believe that is correct. Or do they have the ability to use both? Turn the oxygen on. Yeah, I haven't got that far yet, but Mike, you know me well. You know me well. Transponder code set. Flight plan is set. Heading, we're going to go ahead and just call it runway. Let's see, I think I have this one set, yeah. Runway heading is 233. M. Stein has been with me on several PC12 flights where I have caused a few headaches from oxygen deprivation and incorrect pressurization. And I think what we have discovered is we do have to have that oxygen lever on. Even though I should do a better job of researching that, but I just always forget. So that is the next step here for us, is pressurization. The good news is we're not going very high today. Turn that to auto, and yeah, we're only going to 15,000. So I still kind of think that's all you're supposed to have, but we're going to turn that on just in case. Maybe that just slaps the mask on your face there. Yeah, no one can remember. No one complains because no one can remember. Inertial separator doesn't need to be on just yet, although we do have some icing considerations, so we'll be ready to put that on. We have, we're getting ready to roll here, so we're going to turn the beacon on. Windshield heat can come on as well. Transponder is on. Flaps are going to be set to 15. And we're going to attempt the pusher test. Dun, dun, dun. Let's just say I've never successfully done a pusher test, so this ought to be interesting. Pusher test. So here we go. It is tricky. So we set it. I'm going to just go through the flow here, and then I'm going to try to do it. We press the test. We move the power forward until the shaker engages. Then we move it back to idle. The shaker goes for 2 seconds. Then it takes a pause. Then the shaker and pusher start to activate. When that happens, I push the interrupt switch, which is down here, and I hold it for 5 seconds. That will the push annunciator light will come back on at that point, and then I come back up to the top and I push the pusher switch. I turn it off, and that will take care of it. So let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Push. Okay. Add some beans. Okay. Back to idle. 2 seconds. Doesn't seem to be coming off. Okay, we're gonna go here if I can get it. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's our light. And I take that pusher. Oh, it looks like it's, yeah, now it's off. And I don't know if we got it. The fact that it says this, I think, means that I didn't do it right.
Everyone get off the ground, okay?
I'm still working on that. Rob Valkyrie says nope.
Likewise.
Let's try it again.
Nope.
So flaps 15 are confirmed. Pusher's test is going to be pressed. I move the power forward
than Johnny there, who almost just died thanks to another pilot.
Until the shaker engages, then move it back to idle. All right, let's try it again. Pusher.
I had a pilot here that was coming in to land at Lexington. You know, I told him to maintain boost
Back to
separation
idle.
from
Okay.
7 Victor Delta there, and then he just turns right into it. I'm like, what the hell?
Now it's not doing anything. It's supposed to be active. Push it forward till it engages, then move it back to idle. Shaker will activate for 2 seconds, then a 1 second pause. Then the shaker and pusher will activate. Yep, I definitely am not doing that right. All right, we're going to try one more try here. Engage. 1001, 1002. See, now it's not. All right, we're going to have to keep working on that, guys. Oh, it was good. I just had to release the pusher interrupt. All right, okay, well, I'm going to have to work on that. That was a little awkward. M. Stein, you saw it at the same time. Okay. let's check the light controls just to make sure everything's working. Okay, we're good. We're good. Now I can get... Oops. Can I not get you out? Yeah. Get him out of there for now. And... yeah, we're ready. We're ready. Ground November 11816 down here at the FBO, ready for taxi.
November 11816, taxi to correction 1923, taxi by Bravo Charlie Alpha.
Bravo, Charlie, and Alpha 11816. Okay, now remember, guys, this place has got me. It's got a little bit of a missing. It's got a little bit of a missing spot here. So I'm gonna come this way and pick up Alpha, or sorry, pick up Bravo. I remember the last couple times I've went down here and I've kind of ran out of, like, I have had to taxi across the grass here. And so I don't want to do that again. But anyway, taxi lights coming on.
West of,
and we're doing good here.
over Ona Air Park. I'm at 3,000 currently, heading westbound.
Charleston ground, Kodiak 7621, Victor, Kodiak 100 West, off the GA ramp, request taxi, VFR West.
November 7621, Victor, maintain VFR, have a 4000, departures offline.
Okay. Brakes are working.
4,000, no departure, and ready for taxi.
Will be nice to the pushback dude, or dudette, as the case may be. Somebody else is coming out,
Bravo, Charlie,
looks like, of the same area. So that's pretty cool.
Attention all aircraft with frequency, Charleston ground will be back momentarily.
All right. Well, I don't know who stepped in and did ground here, but that's, again, really awesome. Okay, let's check the reverser. Oh, that didn't activate correctly. We are on Bravo. Let's check our reverser. There it is. Okay, we are pretty well good to go, my friends. Again, runway heading, we're just going to climb to a safe altitude. And ultimately, we have filed 12,000. So once we get a little bit further down the road here, we can set that and be good to go. We'll be ready for, let's see, we need this here. Bravo to Charlie. Oh, I guess we could have went, I guess we should have went probably straight over to Charlie. That's all right. I think I do this every time. You'd think, like, this is the 5th time I've been here. You'd think I would know where the heck I'm going, but no. Anyway, then we're going to deal with any icing considerations once we get airborne. The temperature is already in the negatives here, so we are going to just prepare probably before we do the takeoff roll. Actually, we'll put the anti-icing on. All right. Got somebody, looks like they're coming out of the Air National Guard area. Maybe they're waiting on us. Way over there. Captain Freckles. See, if I'd have been on Charlie, we wouldn't even have had this standoff. That's my mistake. That is my mistake. All right, but anyway, we're going. We're going. We're looking for 79 on rotation speed. We'd like to climb between 110 to 129. This is Charlie.
Ground. Sorry, correction, Charleston ground is back.
The only thing I think about this particular add-on is I need to go look for a few more liveries. I don't mind this livery though. It's kind of nice, purple and gold.
Command 2585 Romeo Papa holding short Charlie, Charlie 2 with Golf looking for VFR departure to the northwest.
So there was our guy that we were facing off with.
Maintain VFR at or below 4,000 departures offline, 585 Romeo Papa.
Number 5 Romeo Papa, read back correct, runway 23, taxi by Charlie Alpha.
Runway 23 Charlie Alpha, 5 Romeo Papa, thanks.
Maybe we'll try a little VFR on the way back.
November 11816, monitoring com.
All right, over to Unicom, 11816. Hey, thanks for providing ground. Okay. But we'll use this first flight here, this IFR, as a little bit of a scouting trip. That way we can kind of see how the skies look on our way back. All right, reverser's working good. And Charleston traffic, November 11816 is departing runway 23, Charleston. I think I'm also going to do this, guys, because I did hear some people talking on 2280, so let's do that as well. Charleston traffic, November 11816 is departing runway 23, Charleston. Because I knew I had heard someone coming in from... maybe they were departing the area. Anyway, we've got both of our frequencies covered just in case. Looking good. I'm not hearing anybody on either frequency that is coming in, so that's good. Stuttery tonight. Alright, takeoff power set. Airspeed's alive. There's 70. I got a traffic warning, but that's the guy on the ground. Away we go. Positive rate. Comes the gear. Up and away. This is a beautiful, beautiful area, guys. Love this departure. Kind of up on a little bluff. Really a nice airport, nice area. West Virginia in general, of course, is very beautiful mountainous terrain. Alright, that looks good. Oh, hey, hello. Bring the flaps up here. Got pretty good climb speed going. Let's sync up the heading bug here and gauge the nope, doesn't want to do that. All right. Let's get our Let's get our aircraft coming back down here. Get the airspeed back up. Lost a little bit of speed there and a little bit of a clunky
Kodiak 7621 Victor departing.
clunky departure there on my part. Oh, and you know what else we didn't do? Let's do this. Boots. All that stuff can come on. Strobe. Recog. I have to take the recog off. Didn't put the landing lights on. Yeah. Wow. All the way around. I missed a few steps. Right. And Jaeger traffic. November 11816 is climbing out 6,000 westbound West Virginia traffic. West Virginia International. Jaeger. Charleston. I don't know which one you'd call it. We're going to go there. We're going to go to nav mode. See if it'll take it or if I have to make a little bit of a turn here. Oh, and I forgot. You got to do this down here too, don't you? GPS 1. There we go. Now she's grabbing it. Let's set that to 12. Let's go to our climb rate here. And I would say 2,000 is probably enough. I'll gauge that. Come back here and arm the altitude. She's coming back to 2. I'm a little slow. I was really hoping to be not too bad though, honestly. Between 110. Oh, actually I'm about right. Between 110 and 120. So now that I see what I've got there, I'm just going to go ahead and engage indicated. And we'll do just fine. Now, here's the...
Traffic. Kodiak 761 Victor departing the area to the west.
Underneath, we might be okay. But up on top, we're going to be pretty well socked in. Oh, well. That's all right. Did I do the test? I didn't. I missed that one there, Rob. I don't have that on my checklist. I need to do the autopilot test. I definitely have to get that. I've got to get that figured out here. I'm looking, while I'm trying to climb out, I'm looking at my checklist here just to see if I missed it or if it's actually not on it. All right. There's 1,000 to go. As I'm looking at it here, Rob, I think that I just don't have... I don't think I have it. Don't think I have it, so I'm going to add that. I'm just going to add a note right now. Autopilot test, and I also, the other thing I'm noticing here is I don't have my I don't have the fire test either. So I'm going to add both of those, and I'll get the specifics on that for the next time. But hey, I feel good that we were able to add the pusher test. That's something, right?
Traffic. Experimental 5510 departing runway 23. Departing to
okay,
the west.
yeah, we got a few. Like it's breaking up down there. And I guess if a guy could stay down below, 4,000, you'd be okay. Which the MSCs are 2,700, 2,200. So yeah, I guess like on our way back, maybe we'll shoot, maybe we'll file 3,500 and fly this thing VFR and take a look at the countryside on the way back. That'd be kind of fun. But in the meantime, yeah, we're doing good, and should be about a 40-minute flight, I think, 40-minute flight. We're gonna go ahead and set our cruise here. I either want 30% torque or 90% NG. So I'm just going to pull back a little bit on both of those here. That'll work pretty darn good. And that should give us a speed of about 200, which is right about where we are. So that's awesome. We will take that. The best tutorial. Oh, hey. Thank you. Thank you. Goes through everything. All right. That is bookmarked. Oh yeah, Overkill. I've watched him. Yep. I have watched that. Thank you though. I will make sure to add those sections in that I don't have right now. It's kind of funny. There were 3 airplanes that came out pretty close together, and they all are really they've all been really interesting to me. The A-to-A Comanche, then the FS Reborn M500, and then this one. They all came out like within 3 or 4 weeks of each other, and so I kind of just flew all of them because they all were, like I say, super interesting. And in typical channel fashion, I got good enough that I could mostly fly them proficiently, but a lot of the little the little tests and checks and things like that, they have kind of waited until later. So yeah, that's, if you're new to the channel, that's kind of that's kind of my MO. I get in the air and we try to fly, and then we figure out all the rest. All right, let's see what's blinking at me here. Trim, that's okay. I'm kind of up above everything here, so I'm going to turn that much of the anti-icing off, and I am going to actually I think I just heard my wife get home. I want to go double check with her, and just touch base with her real fast. And anyway, if you give me just 2 seconds, I'll be right back. Time to see if we get a weather report. Okay, so we've got an ASOS here, so it should give us a rough idea. Capital City Automated Weather Observation 240 at 10 miles of visibility, clear but cold. Altimeter 3018. All right, so 240 at 7 means for us Runway 25 is going to be the ticket. And if it breaks up a little bit, we can shoot the visual. I think what we'll probably do is let's dial in the localizer, or the RNAV 25. Maybe we'll dial that in. Now let's dial in the localizer 25 just as backup. And we got a little ways yet. VOR plus V. I don't know what the VOR plus V is. Part of me wants to say that's VOR plus vertical track. I don't know. Let's take a look. VOR 25. How's it different from the localizer approach? So, not much difference, I don't think, here, but looks like we'll get to an RNAV point here, FF25, and then we hit the oh, this is interesting. Okay. How's that different than the localizer approach here? Not a whole lot different.
Hello, Downwind Sim.
Downwind Sim, how are you? Nice to see you. How are things in the frigid heartland? I think we'll just do the localizer. Downwind Sim would want me to practice my RNAV approaches. What's that look like? Oh, I got a little vertical track here if we do the RNAV. All right, I'll dial in the RNAV. Why not? What the heck? It's cold. It actually got to... Here's the funny thing. You're going to laugh at this. So... it got to 5 above today. And as I was walking home at lunch, I called my wife and I said, hey, feels kind of nice out. You know, I bet it's above 0. And she's like, oh, really? That's cool. Well, it was 7 below. But when I walked to work, it was 25 below. So in a sense, it was warmer. It just wasn't above 0. So if I activated the approach right now, I'd be fine because I am direct. So I think I will activate the approach. So I'll turn just a little bit here. Yep, slight turn. But same today, -6 this morning, but a balmy 9 above. You know, the thing is, though, the sun was out and the wind was light, and so it actually felt like one of my favorite temperatures. I have 2 what I consider perfect temperatures in life. One is when you are inside and you walk outside and it's exactly the same temperature. Like, that's an ideal, perfect temperature for me. I love that. But a close second, is when you feel warm on one side of your face and cool on the other, which is kind of what I did when I was walking home today. So, yeah, swimming in shorts, heat wave, that's right. Oh, man. Rock Valkyrie, did you get up on the roof today, or was it still a little too cold to, I'm assuming too, little dangerous to do that? Hey, we got some traffic out in front of us here. And I'm probably getting... You're taking all week off. Yeah, smart choice. You get up there and slippery and all that junk. You don't want that at all. Yeah, it's, you know, I think here's the deal with that, Downwind Sim. I think you get used to...
Oh, Disney.
Dave! Nice to see 5 Delta Romeo checking in. Very nice to see you, sir. Anyway, I think you get used to... crap. I think you get used to the cold like... We get used to the cold like you get used to that humidity. Alright, I screwed up because I got a DIR in there, so I gotta end that. Yeah, shoot. Let's do a new flight. So we were CRW to KFFT. Alright, anyway. I'm trying to figure out where Capital City is in relation to Lexington. It's just north of it. So I'm a little confused. I should have thought about this, but I think Lexington will be helping us down to the airport if we are in fact IFR. So I'm going to tune them in and at least double check. Lexington approach is on 21.5. And I'll flip that over. We don't need to monitor this anymore because we're talking 2280 from here on into Capital City. But Dave, we're here talking about the weather, by the way. Welcome. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm better than I probably deserve, my friend. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for asking. Just putzing along in the PC12. We're doing a little event for the Virtual USA Flying Club. And we're flying between the capital of 2 states. We flew between the Dakota capitals last time. And now we're flying between Virginia and West Virginia. So, is it negative? Yep. Ice boots are working. All that good stuff. Yes, all that stuff is... it's a thing. It is a thing. Alright. Check. When would I check in with approach? With tower, you want to wait till you're like about within 10 miles or so, right? With approach, might be a different deal. 20 miles out, Dave? Okay, thank you. 2025, yeah. Joke of the day. All right, hold on. I'm only familiar with 25 letters of the English language. I don't know why. That's good. That is good. I like that. So that means I'm 89 from Kirkry. Yep, hit us. One more. Keep them coming, downwind sim. Shoozy.
Shoozy.
Kevin, welcome. Twitch is paying for my virtual fuel tonight, so I was able to top off the PC12. If I had tip tanks out, I'd even fill the tip tanks up. So.
Charlie Golf Romeo Sierra. Unfortunately, you're leaving my airspace to the east. Radar service is terminated for your change of route.
1, 2, 3.
Frequency change
of the 3 unwritten rules of life.
Golf Romeo.
1 blank, 2 blank, 3. That's pretty good too. My high school kids would get a kick out of that one. Yeah. So anyway, I honestly didn't know it was my Twitch anniversary or affiliate anniversary. I don't even know what affiliate anniversary. Oh, you know what? I have a perfect sound for that. Dang it, why didn't I? Okay, stand by, folks. I got something here. Whoops. Don't look at that. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, this is good. I hope I can find it. I hope I can find it. I was going through old sound files, kind of like when you clean out your closet. See if I can find it. This was a good one. Where are you? Where are you? There it is. See if I can.
Happy anniversary. Quickly dance.
I don't remember. I don't know what the last part of it is, but happy Hallow-versary.
Happy anniversary. Quickly dance.
What I'm trying to remember what the last part is. Hooligans. Hooligans. That's what it is. It was supposed to be our anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Quickly dance.
Hooligans. Hula pants. It almost works. I have, Dave. It is awesome. I almost flew it tonight. I really did. Hula pants. That's right. Happy Hallow-versary. Hula pants. I almost flew it tonight, but I picked this plane because it has a slightly better anti-icing. I think. I thought I might need it, but yeah. Anyway, all right. If I do in fact shoot this RNAV approach that Downwind Sim is demanding I fly, because he's like my RNAV coach, I got to be down to 3,000. I'll preset that. And that's right, demanding. So I'm going from 12 to 3, so I need 9,000 feet. 9 times 3.5 is about 30 something. $31.5. So I'll start my descent 31.5 from Hurry. I'll probably get a little top of drop reminder there as well, and that's usually pretty close, honestly. Even though this doesn't have, I don't believe this has vertical navigation capabilities. No, I have to do it myself. But don't believe everything you hear from our illustrious host. What? Did you miss the briefing on the approach? Affirm, Dave. I was going to shoot a visual, then I thought about an oh, you would know. Okay, so so I've landed on an RNAV approach because I stink at RNAV approaches. But Dave, what would this be? Here's an option for an approach. The VOR, runway 25 plus V. What is VOR plus V?
Oh, man.
What kind of an approach is that? Vertical, yeah, it didn't, I don't know, but I don't have that on my charts here. I have just the plain old VOR, and then I have a localizer. So anyway, I don't know. So I'm going with the RNAV approach.
And remember
flying a VOR approach
radar
with
contact
advisory vertical guidance. Okay,
Getting a little bit far from the radar antenna, but you're about to leave the airspace anyways. So squawk maintain VFR. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
The result, let's see, the pilot is still responsible for descending to the correct altitudes. At each step down, the result is still an MDA and a missed approach point. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Lexington approach, good evening, November 42 Whitaker Whiskey with the weather descent. We're 25 miles northeast with the weather descending through 7,000.
Number 428 Echo Whiskey, Lexington approach, Lexington altimeter 3017. Walk 6752 and stay in tension.
Trimmy.
6752, we're looking for a full stop runway 25 at Foxtrot Tango.
And number 8, Echo Whiskey, the capital city airport is uncontrolled. Just got the ASOS up there for your convenience. But I'll mark you down for flight following once you get that squawk in.
Copy that. We'll get the flight following to Echo Whiskey.
All right, I think I'm gonna call and just check in.
Number 8, Echo Whiskey, rate of contact 27 miles
We're
northeast
still quite a
of
ways
Lexington
away.
Airport. Altitude indicates 5,400.
But I've got pretty good communication with him, and maybe I'll, while he's not too busy, I can ask. Hey, Lexington, approach November 11816.
Number 11816, Lexington approach.
Yeah, I know we're a little far away yet, but just a question. We're IFR into Capital City. Will we be talking to you on the way in, or how does that work exactly?
Well, the field is uncontrolled, just like it shows in the charts. It's got an ASOS up there for you guys.
All right, I just didn't know if I needed to coordinate with you at all. But thanks for the confirmation there. 11816.
Oh, yeah, you do. You'll just enter my airspace in about 15 miles or so. I mean, if you want to get the whole process going, we can start that now.
Well, if you're not busy, that's fine. Otherwise, I don't mind contacting here in just a little bit also.
And number 816, ident.
Ident is on the way.
Number 816, radar contact for 9 miles northeast of the Lexington VOR. Altitude indicates 12,300. The Lexington altimeter 3017. And let me know when you have the weather NOTAMs and an approach request for the Capital City Airport.
We've got the weather at Capital City. We'd like to request the RNAV runway 25, 11816. 3017? 18 actually. Yeah, so I'm a little high.
Number 816, roger. And would you like direct to waypoint or vector's final approach course?
Pardon me. We'll be taking that approach from the Kirkery intersection.
Number 816, roger.
All right, sweet. Okay. And it's still leaving us a little high. Oh no, there we go. Now we're coming back down. Okay. Honestly, yeah, we could truly go visual here. So I think on the way back, we will just pop a quick VFR flight plan in, and we'll just go that route. So the little bit of question here is this. Really, it just barely clipped the airspace. So again, I didn't, this is obviously a much busier airport than Capital City. So I'd never like to fly through this because I know I'm going to be in this, I'm going to be down between 5,000 and 2,200. So I never like to go through something like this without at least touching base with the controller there. And anyway, sim flying. Uh-oh, Rob's sharing some more stuff. What's Dave saying here? Hold on. During the approach, oh yeah, okay, that's crazy. Why fly that type of approach? Pilot overload with the steps down, yeah. All right, if you got the RNAV, I'm kind of with you, Dave. It's probably better to do that. But just your yep. No, it's good to get confirmation there. The hard part about this though is knowing, well, not necessarily
Number
that.
816, clear direct to Kirky if you aren't already.
I direct Kirky 11816. And anyway, the tricky part about that for me is this: this ring is obviously much bigger, and so yeah, sometimes the top down that sim is a little weird. My home airport, I say my home airport, the airport in the city in which I live is similar to this. It's a class Echo, so not completely uncontrolled, but they communicate all of their arrivals and departures via Salt Lake Center, and so it's just one of those deals where they send you over to Unicom and you have to cancel
Number
IFR.
816 to center maintain 10,000.
Down 10,000, 816. Oops. Uh-oh.
Lexington approach, good afternoon.
Okay, that's
Or good evening,
armed.
rather. November 4 Kilo Romeo.
And we want to go...
4 Kilo Romeo, November 4 Kilo Romeo, Lexington approach.
November 4 Kilo Romeo, we're in SR22, about 30 miles northeast of Lexington, 4,500, inbound for one full stop landing at Lexington. We have information, Juliet.
So he's going into Lexington. Cool.
November 4 Kilo Romeo.
I was hoping that
3047.
we would get a little bit of that. If you take a look at the flight at the route here, there are a lot of really cool spots in
Number
between.
23 November. Unfortunately, any centers off.
A lot of places I haven't flown to.
Space here in about 5 miles or so.
Moorhead, Mount Sterling. I don't honestly know if I've flown to Lexington, Georgetown. So lots of pretty cool spots. Hey, this is where the hooligans hang out. That's right.
Radar contact as reported. Make straight in runway 22.
Straight in, runway 22.
So even though it's an uncontrolled airport, approach has to provide IFR and give you instructions to cancel on the ground, one plane at a time, into and out of an uncontrolled airport. Yeah. Well, and I think that's ultimately what he got around to. But it's just, you know, so I maybe have screwed everybody on the ground at Capital City now, because the airport's essentially going to be closed until I land. Although I'm not in the approach just yet, so it's still, I think he could still allow people to depart. But yeah, all that stuff again, this is why I do it, so I can refresh my memory on the procedures and all that stuff there. But you haven't flown IRL in 8 months. I think you're right, and I had forgotten about that one plane in, one plane out thing at the uncontrolled field. I think you're 100% right. I should have probably just requested a visual approach. Yeah, it's all right. I want to practice this RNAV, and I think, well, I hope there's nobody in front of me. If there's somebody...
Just to verify again, you guys, are we using 125.7 at Jaeger for CTAF? That's the
I had...
tower.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I was using the... I was using Unicom there, but I guess...
Yeah, on SkyVector, it shows 12295. I'm assuming if it's uncontrolled at the time, if the tower is closed or whatever. But on the charts that I've got here, what do you call it? Navigraph charts. There is no mention of 12295 on the chart.
Oh
Just
yeah.
use 228 on bad side.
Should we just?
I think just to be safe, yeah. But go ahead, Stu.
12295 is shown as the Unicom frequency in the chart supplement.
Yeah, I see that in Warflight. I just didn't know, because I thought I had heard somebody say something about using a power frequency, but okay, I'll just use the Unicom then, 12255.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about earlier.
Yeah,
and like you would be using the tower frequency if tower was closed.
I guess I didn't understand your question there.
Cross,
okay. All right, so I'll use
at
Unicom, 12295.
At 3,000.
All right, we'll cross Kukri at 3,000, 11816.
Y'all having fun?
Yeah, I'm having fun.
Starting to wonder where those clear skies are at, but yeah.
And approach, remember,
They
42
start to become clearer when you get about maybe 10, 15 nautical miles of
Number 8 Echo Whiskey. No traffic observed between
Okay,
you and the
descent
capital city airport.
checklist. Here we go. Ice protection
headed towards
not
you.
needed.
Traffic
observed,
Pressurization needs to be set to the field. Whoops.
It will.
And the capital
So
city is
I
Where y'all
departed at
sit?
812.
Jaeger, and I was picking up ice skimming underneath the clouds at 4,000. I found a hole to get above, and then it was overcast for a long time. I was worried I wouldn't get back down.
Oh,
And
jeez.
then it cleared up out west. So,
Whoops.
Yep,
so yeah, once you
Lexington.
start seeing the clouds, make
Yeah.
sure you go under, or you might not be able to get down if you go above.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Lexington, everything over here is great. So maybe I'll just circle around and land in Lexington. I'm not even going to go over there.
It was snowing at Jaeger earlier today, so that it's actually improved a bit.
Yeah, when I was screwing around with the Mitsubishi, it was very icy looking on the apron. So I'm just in the Comanche now. So we'll see how that goes.
Another missed event for the hardest working
On Tommy's
dude.
advice, I am on my way
I know,
down.
man. Iowa Scotsman. I know you're burning the midnight oil, working and doing your thing, buddy. But there's always another one. There'll be another one coming up. When is our next one, actually? Now that you mentioned that.
I'll just be
Lexington approach,
taxiing
Bliss
down
Street, 4095, out of 14,000 with Juliet direct left.
Clouds down there probably.
Mike's birthday bash is coming up on Wednesday the 24th, so mark your calendar.
Runway 22 today.
And then don't forget,
Bliss Street, 4095.
Saturday, February 3rd is Cross the Gulf Vintage Edition. So there's a few good ones coming up, man.
Bliss Street 4095.
We'll get you in there. We do have a Bush League event coming up here at some point in time, too.
9,000, Bliss Street 4095.
Okay, how are we doing here? Are we going to be... We've got 17 miles to run, and we've got about 3,000 to lose. So, yeah, we're in good shape. We're going to get down. Not only are we going to get down, we're going to be able to get our speed under control. And... Okay, just a real quick... once we get on the ground, we'll be hanging a left. Looks like all the hangars and parking is...
4095, just center maintain.
to the south of the runway there.
7,000, Bliss Street 4095.
We want to approach
Number
between
4
100
Kilo
and
Romeo,
90
Lexington wind
and looking at about
2407, runway
85
22,
on the
you're
ref
clear to
speed.
land.
Clear to land, runway 22, Cirrus 4 Kilo Romeo.
Oh, Cirrus, nice. That flight sim dude flying the Cirrus, that's a great plane.
Actually, Cirrus 4 Kilo Romeo, are you going to be parking at the west apron?
No, we're going to taxi back to runway 22 for a northwest VFR departure. So we're going to head to Capital City after our full stop at Lexington.
Sounds good to me.
All right. So we should be good there. We'll try to get the speed down. And, yeah, I'm just kind of pulling back on the power here just to keep everything under control. Is that Lexington? That might be Lexington right there. That's a beautiful little airport as well. Nice.
Remember,
Down we go.
1 to 6 at Cuckery, or cleared the RNAV GPS runway 25 approaching the capital city.
At Cuckery cleared for the RNAV 25 approach, November 11816. So, Stu, just a Discord question then. By me requesting an IFR approach into an uncontrolled, did I basically shut the airport down to departures and approaches until I get down on the ground?
Well, to IFR aircraft.
Okay,
Doesn't
gotcha.
stop the VFR guys.
Okay, good. That makes me feel a little bit less bad. Okay, we're getting close, and it looks
I
like
think you're the one who gets screwed if there's a VFR inbound. Is that right, Steve? If there's traffic in the pattern, I think the best thing to do would be to cancel IFR and then go in VFR. Otherwise, you'd be holding for the VFRs.
No,
if I understand right.
No, the VFR guys, you know, Most of the time, they're going to be courteous and get out of the way of you. Especially if you're like a jet inbound.
Yeah, I could have easily taken a visual, but I kind of wanted to practice this RNAV approach since I'm so bad at them. But yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so
I just treat them like a localizer that's GPS based. You know, where you descend to the published altitudes, you know, each step down.
All right, flying with Mike, coming in with the raid. Hello, everybody. I should be able to arm the approach then at this point in time because I'm at my 3,000. I'm just going to let the airspeed bleed off until we get to our approach speed again, somewhere around 100, I would say. We've got about 6 miles to Kukri, so I think we're doing pretty good overall. We can start throwing flaps at...
Blue Streak 4096, descend and maintain 4,000.
163. I don't remember. I'll use the white arc
4095,
as my
left heading
just to be safe.
090 vectors for approach.
Left turn 090, Blue Streak 4095.
Mike, good to see you. How are you doing? Happy Tuesday. Thanks for coming in. Welcome, Raiders. On our way to Capital City here in Virginia. We're doing a little Crossfire event for the Virtual USA Flying Club. And I'm going to make a quick turn here and depart back towards Chuck Yeager in West Virginia. But enjoying the countryside here, enjoying a nice Tuesday evening flight. Downwind swim is about to get really judgy with my RNAV approaches, or with my latest RNAV approach, so we're ready.
PC12.
We're looking Blue Streak 4095. It might be below our line of sight.
Uh-oh, Blue Streak. I got somebody coming into Capital. It's a little bigger than me.
Number 118-1-6. There's one aircraft observed between you and the Capital City Airport. Looks like he's on about a 2-mile final. Port IFR cancellation in the ground. They're on the air at this frequency. Frequency change approved.
All right, we'll look for that traffic and we'll report IFR cancellation on the ground. 11816. Over to Unicom.
Capital City traffic, 43 way to go, ski short final, 25 full stop, Capital City.
Okay. Capital City traffic, November 11816, about a 12-mile final, runway 25, Capital City. All right, we're grabbing the inbound course here, which is good. Always good.
Fly with Mike.
Thank you very much. I had no idea when I fired things up that it was the affiliate anniversary, but I appreciate all the well wishes. And yeah, I don't know which anniversary it is, but it's hard to believe it's been another year. And I don't know. I don't think that's the glide slope. The virtual, it's not called the glide slope when you're doing RNAV. It's called the descent track or something crazy like that. But anyway, I don't know.
Whoop whoop, pull up the rain.
Oh, happy Halliversary. Good fixins. All right. I have to step this one down though, guys, right? I have to step this down. I don't know. Shoot.
Vertical track.
There it is. So yeah, I'm gonna just come off here We're just going to fly it. I'll put first notch flaps out. I think below 170 I'm okay in this plane.
Capital City traffic, runway 2325 vacated to Whiskey.
Still don't have the field, but I... Oh boy, little crosswind there or what? What's the deal? Hello. If we should happen to go miss, we climb to 3,000 oh, I got the wrong RNAV. Hi. Complete freedom. Welcome, Sam. If we go missed, we climb to 3,000 to Dexlow, which is runway heading. So let's see if we can not do that. If we have the ability here. Where the heck is my airport? Oh, I see the runway lights. Getting maybe just a little bit low. Oh, whoa, TFB. Wow. Wow. Texas One Flyboy coming in with a 20-month re-ascription. And thank you for the well wishes there, my friend. And again, Sam, good to see you as well. Complete freedom. We've got an official CFI on board now, which is way cool. Now I got to get myself slowed down here a little bit, though, everybody. I was supposed to have a little vertical guidance here, but I never did see it. Must not be an RNP. So we'll just level out here and let the speed come down. There we go. Second notch of flaps. It wants the gear as well. Ooh, I'm way off. I am way off. Samsonite. Capital City traffic, November 11816, short final 25, Capital City. Man, I am not. I was way out of trim there too. That's crazy. This plane, it flies with such a crazy nose down attitude in descent that it's like hard to get caught up with the trim once you go once you come off the autopilot. Alright, that's better. There's our good approach speed of about between 90 and 100.
Traffic, Skyhawk 673 Sierra Papa holding short, runway 25 for landing traffic. Capital City traffic.
500.
There's the little rivet glitch Continuum was talking about the other day. I'm trying to remember what he called it, the fly or the bug or something. It looks like a little bug climbing down the wall. Wow, am I really getting... Holy cow. I am yawing like a son of a gun. Alright. Yaw trim, I'm trying. Goodness sakes. I'm getting bounced around like... What is the... I thought the winds here were supposed to be a little bit nicer, but man, oh man. And it has been an absolute stutterfest. I might have to look at that frame gen deal that I hear so much about. I've got that type of graphics card. See if I can smooth things out. Okay, we're down. Reversers. Not quite going to make that first turn, unfortunately. And we'll try to keep on going here. Darn it. I wanted to get out of the way. It ended up being a little bit suspect, but...
holding for the landing traffic.
Wasn't the worst. I think I've got a little exit right here. Yeah, I'll take this one. And we'll just make a little plan to make a return trip. Oh, thanks, guys. Yeah, that worked all right. That worked out okay. Clear that way. Cap City traffic. November 11816 is clear at 25. Yeah, my
Skyhawk 673 Sierra Papa, or Capital City traffic. Skyhawk 673 Sierra Papa, departing runway 25. The left downwind departure, VFR to the east. Capital City traffic.
I think we will also fly back. That way we can get a little VFR practice as well. And yeah, that'll be fun. All right, let's turn in here. We'll make our plans and make sure the dogs are doing okay. I might take a little quick stretch break here myself. We'll leave it running. Let's come back to low idle or ground idle. Set the parking brake. And okay, let's turn some lights off here. Windshield heat probes can come off. Yeah, welcome to Capital City, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, what did I miss here? Rob Valkyrie coming in with the Queen of Disguise jump scare. Good fixins to go around. Thank you for activating those old sounds as always. I love it. I love it. I love it. You had your finger on it waiting. Rob is always getting me there. Dave, thank you very much. Am I missing? Oh gosh, I am missing something. Holy cow! Thanks for the reminder. Thank you for the reminder. I don't want search and rescue being sent out and approach. My apology. November 11816 on the ground at Capital City. Cancel IFR.
Number 816, IFR cancellation received. Freaking change approved. Have a good night.
You as well. Appreciate the control, buddy. Thank you for the reminder.
4 Kilo Romeo, radar contacts altitude.
All right.
2,500.
Let me take a little time out. I'll come back. We'll figure out where we're going. And, yep, Stu got me on that one. Stu got the radio call of shame. I deserved it. I deserved it. All right, be back in a sec.
Approach. Good evening. November 1496 Delta is a type Cessna Skyhawk. 10 miles north of Mount Sterling, 4,500. Request flight.
November 1496 Delta, Lexington approach, Lexington altimeter 3018. Squawk 3043.
3043, 96 Delta.
Number 906 Delta, your radar contact, 10 miles northeast of the Mount Sterling Airport. The aircraft type.
Aircraft type is a Cessna 176.
And number 906 Delta, maintain VFR.
Maintain VFR. 906 Delta.
Number 4 Kilo Romeo, Capital City Airport, 10 miles off your 12 o'clock report when you have it in sight.
We'll let you know when we have it in sight. November 4 Kilo Romeo.
Lexington approach, good evening, Skyhawk 673 Sierra Papa.
Skyhawk 673 Sierra Papa, Lexington approach, Lexington altimeter 3018, squawk 30450 request.
Sierra Papa is 5 miles east of the Capital City Airport. Like to transit the Lexington class Charlie at 3,500 feet. Currently at 2,600, squawking 3045.
November 3 Sierra Papa, your radar contact, 5 miles east of the Capital City Airport. Resume on navigation, maintain VFR, and you do have traffic at your 3 o'clock, 5 miles northwestbound at 2,500.
All right, maintain VFR and looking for traffic, 673 Sierra Papa.
And November 4 Kilo Romeo is Capital City in sight. Cancel flight following.
Number 4 Kilo Romeo, traffic observed between you and the Capital City Airport. Any cancellation received, squawk maintain VFR, frequency change approved, and your radar services are terminated.
Squawk VFR, frequency change approved. Cirrus 4 Kilo Romeo, thanks.
All right, so lots of good things discovered tonight on our first leg with the departure, the check-in, all that stuff, and then good
it's
reminder.
Kind of funny when I can tell people are just flying GPS direct to an airport.
Reminder about canceling your IFR and all that good stuff. So what I want to do on the way back is practice.
Oh, your children of the magenta. There's a perfectly good highway you could follow.
I want to practice the VFR on the way back.
I actually kind of do a bit of both. I keep the GPS tuned into the airport and adjust my course,
So
visually.
let's do
but
this.
I use the GPS more or less for timing and distance and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's just good situational awareness.
Yeah, we got that.
I do that too.
And yeah, so they're kind of talking about what we're going to attempt to do here, but I'm going to try to. My biggest thing here is I want to just stay away from this. So I want to kind of come up a little bit.
I'm sure a lot of newer people do that too, just because.
Almost like towards Georgetown here, even though we're not necessarily gonna.
Where the highways are and follow.
We're not going to officially go to Georgetown, but I want to just stay north of the Lexington airspace here. Then I think we're going to try to point it pretty much eastbound, and I see this interstate highway here. I'm not sure what it is. 64. I don't know if it's an interstate, but Highway 64. That we should be able to pick up at some point. I'm going to try to find Centerville, Georgetown, Scott Regional first, and then, I may even try to cut it back down here. Maybe I can aim for this Mount Sterling Airport, so about a 122 heading, but with the intent of picking up this road. We're going to go past Cave Run Lake, and I'll probably stay on the highway here. Takes us, well, now we run into another, like a little bit of an airspace issue though, don't we? Maybe it would be better to We've done this before also. We could do some lake hopping. Go to here. Go to Grayson Lake.
Hi, Black Fox.
Oh, Black Fox. Hey, follow the road before it gets buried in snow. Mike, welcome, buddy. Yeah, because I'm gonna be at 3,500, so I'm gonna hit this airspace if I don't. Ah, you know what else I could do? Let's do this. We haven't done this for a while. Let's do this. Let me get rid of this point. I'm gonna do a look like a little hybrid. Let's go to Webbville. Webbville has... Is that the Webbville? No, not even close. I thought there was a way. Maybe not. Thought there was a way. No. Seems like I had one of my SRF transitions like through
I remember Tree Sierra Papa. You got
through San Francisco. It actually had some VFR waypoints you could put in.
Opposite direction, now dedicated to the 3,500.
Maybe I have to go low. No, that's not.
All right,
it.
we'll be looking for traffic. We're also holding 3,500. 673 Sierra Papa.
My thought was I could go
exactly why I
to
mentioned it to you there.
Webbville
much
or
appreciated. Not sure why they're
to
at 3,500, but that's okay.
Louisa.
Yeah, not everyone knows the altitudes. And remember, Tree Sierra Papa, you're leaving the Lexington class.
'Cause I don't know what's here that would be a great waypoint.
Sure, we'll keep flight following 673 Sierra Papa.
Let's plan this.
And remember, Tree Sierra Papa, say aircraft type and destination.
Let's go to Cave Run Lake.
Aircraft type is
Let's go
Cessna
to
Skyhawk.
Grayson
and
Lake.
Destination is Charlie Romeo Whiskey.
Let's come down here to
Sierra
Yatesville
Papa,
Lake. There's the dam. We'll do Yatesville Lake Dam. Let's go to, let's shoot for the southern end of East Lynn Lake. That'll keep us clear of that.
Right for that traffic.
And then,
All right, we'll go 20 degrees right, 673 Sierra Papa. Thanks.
that's what we'll do. How about we do this? We can even make Slant Alpha happy. We'll come up here to the VOR, Charleston VOR, just to kind of get ourselves back on track, and that'll get us into the airspace. Yeah, that'll be like a little bit of everything. That'll be a little bit of everything there. Kathy's watching too. Hey, Kathy. Blue Fox, great to see you. Great to see you. I hoped that you were busy with all those any-build A300s hauling cargo all over the place. I know that meant you had to ramp up production of your baked goods to send them out all over British Columbia, but nice to see you. Nice to see the Foxes. Hope all is well in your neck of the woods. I know you've probably been out to the beach every day. It's, sunny and warm, just like it is here. Yeah, something like that.
Remember, Tree Sierra Papa, that traffic now 10 to 11 o'clock.
All right, here we go. So we're swap this.
3,500 opposite direction.
I don't have an alternate. We're going to be out of here about 10 minutes, so 0245. Prepping for the huge snowstorm coming. Yeah, yet another one, right? Probably a good 45 minutes again. And eastbound 3,500. All right, so we're just going to call it that.
Traffic in sight, 673 Sierra
It's
Papa.
almost business now.
Maintain visual separation.
Everybody settle down, Agent Bravo 7
All right,
Sierra.
maintain visual, 673 Sierra Papa.
And oh, thank you, Diana. Great to see you. I appreciate you guys. 3,500 set. Local altimeter is set, and yeah, we're uncontrolled here, guys. So even though we're listening to Stu on the comms here, and we will tune him in just to monitor, but we're going to try not to bother him on this trip back, since we already he almost had to send out search and rescue on us because we forgot to cancel IFR. But we'll still monitor him because it's fun to listen to ATC. But I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for coming in. I hope I didn't miss anybody else while I was up running around checking on dogs and all that good stuff. We all needed a bathroom break, so Okay, back to the top here. I do have an engine start. I've got nav, avionics all set, transponder code. Now I'm going to go back to... Oh, now the boss lady might actually be here. Okay, we're going to go altitude reporting. Altimeter set pressurization. Really need to do a whole heck of a lot here because we're 3,500. The inertial separator is going to be open. Windshield heat, I can go ahead and get those going again. Probes can be turned back on. Flaps
Remember, Tree
set
Sierra
to
Papa.
15.
Traffic 10 to 11 o'clock.
I don't need to
3
do the
miles,
pressure or
opposite
the pusher
direction at
test.
4,500.
I already did that. Oh yeah, hey, that's one thing I did sort of correctly.
Right, still looking for the new
Is,
traffic. 673 Sierra.
I did the pusher test correctly.
Number 69er Delta, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock, eastbound at 3,600.
We're looking for the traffic. There's Delta.
Once I get going, I might have to go upstairs and get a hug. Haven't seen my wife all day. So.
Good evening. This is November
Just
28,
FYI.
Only 3,500 feet, about 4 miles southeast of Capital City. Flight bomb.
3 mile final.
Remember, Niner
do
Juliet
this. I got
Mike,
too
Lexington
much.
approach, Lexington.
Heard a 2 mile final. Anybody coming here? No. Alright. Anybody over there? Cap Freckles? No. Yep, wife hug is priority. No doubt about that. I'm going to let her get... She kind of... It takes a little while because he's got to love the dogs up and there's a whole process there. You know, she's just getting home from work. She's got to get changed into her comfies and all that stuff. So, but that'll be just the right amount of time for me to kind of get airborne and start on my way. Capital City traffic, November 11816 on the taxi 25, Capital City.
Capital City, experimental 55 at Tango.
So this, unfortunately, just a little default.
That's Capital City, experimental 55 at Tango. Over Georgetown, 2,200 inbound your way for landing runway 25, Capital City.
All right, over Georgetown. So we'll probably wait a little bit unless we can sneak out ahead of them. Over Georgetown. So he's a ways out yet. Short final 25. So I think we can get out. I see the landing traffic. Capital City, November 11816. We've got the
someone busting the Charlie that's not in this voice
landing traffic in sight. We're going to hold short 25. Down he comes. This is a Kodiak. It's not going to look like a Kodiak because of my model matching, unfortunately. Oh, there's a little wind shear.
It's not me. I'm skimming your Charlie, but I'm definitely not in it.
You're talking to me. You're fine. I wouldn't care either way if you're in it.
Down he goes. Very nice. Very nice. Wait for him to make a little call and get off the runway, and then we'll be ready to go. Flaps are set. The taxi landing beacon and all that stuff that should have come on is now on. And everything else, I think we're good to go. We do have another aircraft coming in that was over Georgetown.
Capital City traffic, Kodiak 21, Victor Clear, 25.
All right. Capital City, November 11816, departing 25. Will be left downwind, back eastbound VFR, Capital City. That Georgetown is a little ways out, so we should be just fine. 9 or 10 miles out. Won't take us any time at all. We'll look for 79. Okay. Condition lever full forward, and here we go. Yep, there's the wind. Oh, and we're out of trim. Nose is trying to take off, and we're already going. It's be windier here than I think it is. Traffic, traffic, traffic. That's the guy on the ground. All right, nice. Very nice. There we go. Start that left-hand turnout. Capital City traffic, November 11816 is left crosswind 25, Capital City. Black Fox knows the process. You're at the end of the process when Kathy comes home, yeah. It just takes, you can't rush those things, right? You can't rush those things. And we're climby. Again, we only want 3,500. And we are going to be out of here on about a 087 heading. So we're not completely eastbound, but pretty darn close to a downwind at Capital City. November 11816, climbing 3,300, turning eastbound. We'll be departing the area east. Last call for Capital City. Alright, let me see if I can get leveled off here. I'm supposed to arm that, even though I'm not in autopilot mode quite yet. There's 3,500. How's my level flight? Not good, we all know that. I could be close enough to just be off to where the altitude alert hates me and wants to continually tell me that I'm not right on. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to set this for autopilot just so I can go check in with the boss lady here. And then I'll be right back, I promise. Autopilot, let's arm that. Will it descend for me, I wonder? I think it might. Yes, I did overspeed the flaps and the gear at the same time. So 0 for 2 already. Okay, 3,500, and we're going to pull back here. Our cruise setting, 90% NG. All right, I'm going to go. Let me go say hey, and I'll be right back. I'm in trouble again with Stu, I see. Flying through...
Capital City, experimental. I
did. Shoot.
For landing 25.
Yeah, well. I'll have to beg for forgiveness here. All right, let's see. Lexington approach 2050. All right, back in here. I'm not making friends with Lexington approach. Not making friends with Lexington approach today. What was I doing? What was I? A 087. Yeah, I'm off. Yeah, shoot. Lexington approach, November 11816.
Number 11816, Lexington approach, squawk 4274.
4274, you got a number for me to call?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Dang it. Stu, here I was thinking
Batson would let us give them out.
Here I was thinking I was going to be out of your hair, and I couldn't even do that right. All right, 4274, we're flying, we're flying, we're flying. We're looking for Georgetown.
November 8116, radar contact 7 miles northeast of the Lexington Airport. Altitude indicates 3,500, stay attention.
We're just transitioning the airspace eastbound VFR 3,500.
November 816, do you require flight following at all?
No, sir.
Number 3 Alpha Lima, radar contact, the altitude.
Well, on the plus side.
Number 3 Alpha Lima, roger. Resume navigation.
On the plus side. Is that me? Okay. 3 Alpha Lima.
Number 3 Sierra Papa, unfortunately, Indy Center's off line to leave airspace to the
Getting
east.
this wobble thing here.
BFR,
We didn't have that up high. I wonder what's going on.
Squawk to maintain VFR, frequency change.
Pretty much, Rob.
And number 816, leaving the Lexington class Charlie to the northeast. Radar service terminated, frequency change approved, and I'm going to check your airspace next time.
Yep, absolutely. Over to Unicom, we'll see it. Yep. Well, okay. So there we go, and squawk and VFR. Enter. It was worth it, guys, because I got a hug and a kiss, and good news, she still loves me, so it was worth busting a class Charlie, even though we didn't mean to do that. So, all right, well, okay, now I am going past, I think I'm right over the top of Georgetown now, so I want to turn 122 on my heading, and I may have to just take this thing over and try to hand fly it a little bit here because it's really wobbling. But I'm looking for the Mount Sterling County Airport now. And we'll just keep it here at 3,500. Be really good to practice holding my heading and altitude here, so I think I'm going to do that. Steve's just sitting here laughing. Yeah, well, I mean, there's no hiding, right? Like I'm broadcasting it for the world to see. So thanks for your patience, man. I appreciate it, and it is really nice that you're able to provide ATC. That I know that does that adds to the event for sure. But I deserved more of a butt shoe in there than you gave me. But so yeah, thanks, man. All right, we're going to take that off, and let's just see if we can hold heading and altitude here, and we'll hand fly this on the way back. This plane does hand fly really quite nicely, honestly. Sometimes I think it hand flies better than autopilot because you see what it kind of likes to rock the baby. My biggest issue is trying to keep it at 3,500. Plus, I'm also going to be looking out the window trying to find the Mount Sterling Airport, and I am going to keep looking over here too because I know I've got that ability as well. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. So we had actually 2 controllers, and again, I if anybody in the chat knows or in the Discord knows who was providing ground at Jaeger, I'd like to know too, because that's awesome. I know which of these 2 activities are more important for the long run. Yeah, well, you try to do the best you can with both, and at the end of the day, Kevin, I'd fall short really on both sides if I'm being totally honest. But as long as I'm slightly better at being a husband than a sim pilot, I guess that's a win. All right, well, we're doing okay here. I do have, I'm doing better than 200 now. I better adjust my calculations here. What am I? Shoot, I'm clipping right along at about 225-ish. Dang. Tailwind component is it's a 242. All right, I'm gonna put 240 in tentatively, and yeah, that'll adjust my times here. So, whoa, not 2400, 240. Okay. So between that, which is saying that I ought to be about 5.5 minutes to Mount Sterling, which I must be zoomed out too far. There it is. Okay, and then so when we get to Mount Sterling, I'll be able to get my timer going here and do some real cross country here, kind of like a little bit more like the real pilots do. Stopwatch is ready to go. Yeah, and again, if you've never done this before, which like it wasn't that long ago that Downwind Sim showed me this, but like in SkyVector, you put your waypoints in. If you get your speed right, I should put my altitude in there also. You can click on this little button here, and it gives you your basically your journal here that shows you how far and how long it's going to take and all that. So we're currently going between Georgetown and Mount Sterling, and that leg should take 5.6 minutes. Anyway, it's kind of fun. It's fun, and normally I have my timer going here as well. So, and then between that and just looking down here at any navigational aids you have, you can do a pretty good cross country.
Might just pull out the PC6 on the return leg.
PC6, yeah, that'd be a fun one.
That's my favorite.
There's that interstate. Hey, thanks for flying. We'll see you. There's that interstate or Highway 64 that we could also follow, but that takes us into the controlled airspace there. That other one that we were looking at. So we're gonna go here, and we're gonna make our turn now. 093, and we're gonna head to Cave. I think it's Cave Run Lake. Let's see if we can hold our altitude. I've already fallen down to 3,100. That's not good. Let's set our heading bug here, and I'm going to start my timer. 093 is approximately there. All right. Try to slowly climb back up to 3,500. See, there's that little bug right there? It goes, apparently just kind of goes up and down, and I think Conti was calling it like the PC12 fly or something.
Thanks, Brent.
Hey, appreciate it. We'll see you next time. Okay, 3.5, and we're heading generally where we want to go. We are just shooting for the middle of Cave Run Lake, which is kind of where we're at, so that's good. We're expecting 4 minutes, 4.3 minutes. We're about a minute in.
Just happy I was able to join you guys tonight. Usually I'm at work at this time, but I decided to take the day after all the snow. Decided to do work on my pickup truck that's been down for 2 years.
Nice.
Yeah, win-win, it sounds like.
It does.
Yeah, I mean, it was a half a win. I got to fly with you guys. I didn't finish the truck, though.
Well, I appreciate you coming in.
Progress.
That's right. That's right.
She's almost done. Got the 3 injectors in. It's a diesel. It's a 6-liter. Got the injectors in, torqued down. Got the valve cover back on. I kind of left it at that.
I mean, that sounds like progress to me.
Yep, I'd say the same thing.
More than I could do.
All right, so we're hitting
Limit yourself.
a little bit of
Sometimes you know how to use a wrench.
like
You can figure it
haze,
out.
and I wonder if I'd be wise to
I could probably figure out how not to do it pretty well.
turn some stuff on
Yeah,
here.
me too.
You know what I haven't done is I haven't got a good screenshot here for the wallpaper at the end. Let's do this before the clouds close in on us. That'd be a good one. Now,
I do it for a living, so
according
last
to
thing
the
I wanna do is work
PIREP,
on my own stuff.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
According to the PIREP, we need to stay below the cloud layer, or else we're going to have a hard time getting back down under it. So that is the plan. Okay, we're 2 minutes and
However,
40 seconds.
Dismantle my humidifier for my wife and completely cleaned out all the dust and stuff.
4.3.
It sat for 2 years. I mean, I took the screws
Looks
out,
like
literally completely disassembled it.
It's like we're
cleaned
coming
it
up
all
on the
out.
lake right here.
That was progress.
It's kind of strange. Like, is it a dry lake or what? Or is it just kind of the sun, the lighting effect here?
That's the reason why I was late to this flight.
You were just working hard today.
All right.
Not much of a snow day, man.
No, it's not. And frankly put, I had to drive home in it last night. It wasn't fun.
Oh boy. Never is. Okay, so we're down.
That's funny. I grew up in Michigan, so I got no problem driving in snow. It doesn't bother me. But I don't trust everybody else out there here in Nashville. Crazy. They don't know how to drive in this stuff.
Yep.
So I'm happy to just not go anywhere. Even though I could, I just don't want to.
So for us, it was they only expected 1 to 2. I'm in southeast Pennsylvania. It's the first time in 700 days that we
Yeah,
had snow.
you guys have needed it down there.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go. Here's Cave Run Lake. If you've ever
we haven't
wanted
had
to go
any
to Cave Run Lake, there you
700
go.
days, so they were expecting
Wonder how the
1 to
fishing
2.
is right now.
We ended up getting 4, and naturally, the way they work it is they're not going to touch the roads really until it's like finished. So they end up not touching the roads. So some
So I'm
townships
gonna,
did.
once I get over this,
so my
I'm gonna
drive home was
turn
about 14 miles, which is far,
078,
but
and we're
it's
looking
all, like, back
for
roads. So some townships
our next lake
touch
here,
your
which
stuff
is
and
Grayson
cleared,
Lake.
and then
We'll just
some
shoot
were,
for the
like,
middle of Grayson
not touched
Lake.
at all, and it was packed down.
And
in
that'll
ice at that
be
point. So it was
just
like,
a little over 4 minutes, almost
it
about
really
4.5
hilly
minutes,
where you are at?
which we're at 4 minutes and 48 seconds
is,
right now. So we were pretty
something-
close on that.
I'm not in the
Oh,
mountains.
that's a good
but,
spot to launch your boat
so
right there.
I'm on the suburbs of Philadelphia,
Ooh,
and once you get
place to
about-
land, maybe?
even coming
Huh?
out of the
Huh?
city, it rises in elevation relatively quickly,
Yeah.
and I have to
Oh,
cross.
we could
the
put her
Schuylkill
down
River,
right there, probably, couldn't we?
and
It's kind of cool.
getting to the bridge for the Schuylkill River always
Huh.
dips down and goes back up.
Cool.
So that's the biggest problem.
Gotcha.
All right, let's make our turn, and we're going to restart our
Yeah, it sounds like a bad time.
stopwatch.
Yeah, I mean,
Just stay home if you can. But I guess not everybody can, so I shouldn't say that. Not everybody's so
No.
fortunate.
I'm essential, unfortunately.
And we'll go for a little over 4 minutes, again, close to 4.5.
No, I
Is
had
it crazy cold there too?
it got
Nashville, we're supposed to get to like 0 tonight or lower.
that sucks. No, it's going down to 12 tonight. Which is cold. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
that's pretty cold.
Sounds good to me. Compared
Yeah.
to what we're gonna have.
We're more prepared for it than you guys are, though.
Sure.
Look at my
last year we had a real bad cold
my
snap.
trim
Killed
here
all the
is
bushes.
really
It
cranked
was like
over.
single digits again at Christmas last year, so we're about a year off of that. Same thing. could do without the cold. I don't mind the snow, but I don't like the cold.
I remember that day. So
All right.
it was, if
Get
I'm
out of here.
not mistaken, it was a Friday.
Literally hard as ice is how the fishing is.
And it literally swept
Yeah,
from
I
west to
wondered
east,
about that. Like
normal.
I figured ice fishing is in full
Literally
swing
was
right now
crazy because my
here in the
sister-
Virginia, West
it was a Thursday
Virginia
night, it was
area. I
Thursday.
know all of our lakes
My
are froze
sister
up too.
was
So
driving with my brother from Boston, and it was like
is that
30 degrees
Fixie
warmer
fixing
in Boston
things? No,
than it
no.
was in Philly. And as they're driving along, watching
You're
the
hearing
Yeah. Yeah.
you're hearing. Let me see. One of our guys is kind of saying goodnight. He apparently had worked on his truck all day, and was just kind of chatting with another guy that sort of apparently lives in the area or is in the midst of the same storm that he's getting right now. So you know how us old guys are, right? That's all we do is sit around talking about stuff that we're fixing and what the weather's doing and all that good stuff. It's a long good night. Yeah, Stu. It is indeed. That's part of the deal though, right? Like part of why we do this is we enjoy connecting and just visiting, right? Like it's just awesome to have somebody to visit with. You know, be surprised at how many people you've come across in the Discord flight sim world that share the similar interests as you, and you never know. You never know. Using the washer for plane parts or the snowblower. Well, that's a Midwestern goodbye. I see. I like it. I'm not showing this lake here. What's the deal? It's too far out? No, it's what gives. I'm already 3.5 minutes out. I should only be about 4.5 minute leg here. So this is a tiny little lake, Grayson Lake. So seeing something. No, maybe not. I thought maybe there's something up there, lake, suspiciously lakey. Yeah, like right here. That could be it. That could be it. Black Fox is trying to keep the missus employed. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, you don't want to pick a fight with Blue Fox. I'm telling you. Yeah, this is kind of a little bit of a more narrow looking lake. Looks like it's got it's kind of got a dam up here at the north end of it, so a little reservoir. So there's 4 minutes, so we should be getting close anyway. It's making noises that it shouldn't. I've had a guy, I don't know anything about fixing vehicles, but I've had a guy, I'm reading half the chat, yeah, right. No, you said, oh, I've got my clothes washer apart tonight. Oh, the glamour. I missed that part there. And then Black Fox said using washer parts, or using washer for plane parts or the snowblower, yeah. But anyway, I don't know much about fixing vehicles, but I can empathize with this guy that is in my neighborhood. He's been trying to get his truck running for about the past 3 days. We're going to go 116 here. 10, 110, 115, 116. And anyway, I can tell it's got to be like his work truck or something, because he's out there. He waits. He's nice. He waits till like around 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning before he goes out and tries to get it going. And it's 20 below, and he's out there with his buddy, and they're trying to get it going. And man, is it blowing smoke, and it's being noisy, and he has to keep the throttle down to keep it running, or else it dies. And then they have to get out and open the hood. Anyway, I felt bad for the guy. Like I said, 3 days in a row, he's been out there all morning working on that sucker. And this morning I noticed when I got up to let the dogs out at about 5 o'clock in the morning. I noticed that his truck was out there running just nice and smooth, and 15, 20 minutes later he was out of there, and I'm like, good for you, dude. That's a good feeling, you know, to troubleshoot something like that, get it fixed. He didn't take it in anywhere because he couldn't get the thing to move. So that was pretty awesome. And to have a friend or a coworker that was willing to come and help him out for at least 2 of those days. That's really something. Heck of an accomplishment there. Which my truck is frozen solid. The battery is dead. I've had it plugged in. It's just been that cold that I can't. I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit because I'm gonna have to jump it to get it going, and that's about the extent of my my knowledge of vehicles. So, oh yeah, like when you have a water pipe burst, cold or wet, that is miserable. Yes, that is miserable. We have been lucky. We've had a few floods in the basement, but they've all occurred during the warmer months, and they've all been related to our drip line outside. So I have systematically gotten rid of all the frickin' drip line, and but haven't had anything luckily break inside the house. But I have had that. Oh, you had a pipe burst on Sunday? Ooh, that is no bueno. I'm sorry to hear that, Black Fox. About the closest we've had in the 10 years, and of course I'm jinxing myself, the 10 years where I've lived, is we've had a water heater start to leak out the bottom, but it was a really slow leak, and so we were able to get the water shut off before it made any damage. And we were down checking laundry one day, and we noticed, like, what the heck, why is it so wet? And sure enough, so that's when I went from a traditional big water heater to one of those on-demand water heaters, which is nice but pricey. All right, I'm heading now to Yatesville Lake. Good news, Kathy tiled the floor so the water stayed. Oh, very nice. On top of the tile, you could open the window and make an indoor skating rink. Fox Arena hosting the NHL playoffs or the NHL All-Star game. Okay, I'm wandering here. There we go. This leg is only 3 minutes, and I'm 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think we're getting to the lake kind of right here again. It's kind of one of these little spindly lakes, and it should have a dam right up there. I think that looks like a dam. Very nice. Okay. When we get over this, we're going to go 105. So there's 105. And our time calculations have been pretty close. So, again, that's, again, a good example of just having multiple ways for situational awareness. You can't just rely on this device here or the chart. You got to have a little of everything, and then you got to be looking out the window at the same time. But it does look like we're going to stay south of this Ashland airspace. And then we've got one more little, I'm going to start the timer, a little 18-mile leg to East Lynn Lake, and we're aiming for the kind of the south end of it, and that'll keep us clear. But again, it doesn't look like East Lynn Lake is going to show up on our GPS, so we're going to follow our calculations here. Kind of climbed a little bit, 3,700. That's not unexpected. I just, again, hand flying and me holding altitude, it doesn't go hand in hand. But we're doing all right otherwise, I think. We've got plenty of fuel. 234 knots across the ground. That's pretty good as well. So happy with that. And I think this was a good choice. You can see the clouds there. I'm assuming they've pushed on a little bit further to the east, so maybe when we get into Jaeger, it'll be okay. But you're getting into a little bit of terrain when you get close to West Virginia International. So Anyway, all right, no. So we decided also, if I'm not mistaken, we decided to use the. I'm going to go to the CTAF 2295 when we're getting close to Chuck Yeager. So I'm going to put that in there. 12295. We'll have that ready to go. We will monitor that because that's what the rest of the VATSIM world is using, and that should get us pretty close. We're going to also tune in, I forgot about this, the Charleston VOR 117.4. Let's go ahead and do that. 1174, transfer that. Might as well turn that to local or VLOC, and there we'll be able to see how well we can fly direct to that VOR here in about another minute. Hopefully going to hit that southern end of East Lynn Lake, which, by the way, these last two lakes have been VFR kind of waypoints. They have that little purple flag there, so they must be pretty common spots to navigate by visually in the area. I'm not seeing this lake yet, though. Anything over there? Co-pilot, first officer, Precale. Yeah, there's 3.5. Am I right on top of it? What's going on? It's not another. Maybe I've shot it too far to the south. It's another one of those pretty thin lakes that just sort of a little reservoir it's kind of been built up in here. All right, well, we're definitely clear of the airspace. That's the main thing. And so I think what I'm going to do is this. Let's spin the course knob around. I've got to come down here because I'm still on GPS. Nav source will be VOR. Let's spin the course knob around until we're pointed directly at our Charleston VOR. Should be about 065. Oh, we just shot past it. Okay. And we'll make a turn and we'll see if we can't fly the needle here. 34 miles. Whoops. A little bit of climb there. Didn't mean to do that. Alright, that'll get us pretty close. See if it'll come back down to 3,500. And then a quick check of ATC. We've got Boston, Fort Worth, Houston, Kansas City, and Memphis. So no, this would be is this Indy? Yeah, this is Indy. It's no Indy. All right, so we'll be communicating on Unicom, and yeah, we should be good. Should be good. We're at 4,000. I'd like to come back down just a tiny bit here. The weather at Charleston right now, winds are 280 at 5, 10 statute miles. It is broken at 3,300. Altimeter 3014. I'll go ahead and adjust that right now. And so it looks like runway 23 is going to be our approach. Runway 23. Well, Downwind Sim, what aircraft are you tinkering with these days? I saw you in I think it was the Caravan the other day. I was Volanta stalking you, which, by the way, we haven't done any Volanta stalking tonight. Shame on me. Black Fox said, got the pipe replaced, all the water cleaned up, no mold, caught it in time. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, one of our water leaks, our window well leak, we ended up having to take out quite a bit of sheetrock and fix that up. It was not good. Oh, you fixed the Mustang? Nice. Very cool. Very cool. Okay. Finish the anti-icing boots. Awesome. Just in time. 2-minute timer in auto mode. That's so dang cool. Downwind Sim. That really is. All right, the rolling hills. Would I be seeing more snow here right now in real life, guys? Because, again, I know they just got kind of a storm front that moved through. Should I be seeing more snow? $20 miles to go. Figured out how figured out the thermal heating on the window. And there's a bug in X-Plane 12 right now for de-icing multiple windows. And it's, if I have learned anything from listening to you and the other developers, I'm guessing that bug has come from something completely unrelated to de-icing the windshield, right? Laminar Research is working on it. But you can get the plug-in called the Window Scraper. Is that where you reach out in the front with your credit card and scrape the window? I get this window open right here. I could reach out with my left hand and scrape. Yep, if the tire pressure is low, then the window heat doesn't work. But isn't it? It's always something like that, right? That's what you're saying. Like, you'll fix one thing, and some unrelated weird thing will come up. Ugh. All right, so. I don't think I ever put in. You know what? I don't think I ever did here, guys. Let's do this. Yeah. So I'm gonna go. Let's go direct. Actually, what I probably need to do is. All right, hang on here for a second. We're fairly stable. I need to go to my flight plan, I need to go to my menu, and I need to delete the flight plan. Then I need to go to KCRW, put that in there, and then I need to go direct to, move that, oh, KCRW. And that way we know how far. So we're 18 miles away. Yeah, so I could start making some calls. I'll make a Unicom call to start here. And Charleston traffic, November 11816, is 18 miles southwest of the field at 3,500 inbound Charleston. It's crazy how well all the systems are simulated. Yeah, because there's like a lot going on. Uh-oh, this area apparently has some localized snow coverage. Falling off my track a little bit here. I've got 8 miles to the VOR, and then from the VOR we're going to be outbound We'll be outbound on a 082, and that's only for 10 miles. Okay. So let me set that, because that'll be my next one too. That'll be my next track here. And then I'm anticipating runway 23, and it is a left-hand traffic pattern to runway 23. Our elevation is right about 947 feet, so 950. Yeah, we'll try to get down to about 1,500. No, about 2,000 feet for pattern altitude. You tell him, Cody. Toga dog's in full effect. Alright, we're getting closer to the VOR. Now we're getting so close to it that it's like super sensitive. The ice castle over there, apparently. I don't know. Is that Westeros? After the White Walkers came to visit? Until I got my LOD turned down a little bit. Things load in kind of last minute, and then some of the stuff looks a little sketchy from far away. All right, there's 1.3 miles. I think we're in the cone of confusion, so we can turn towards Chuck Yeager, and I'm going to go ahead and start to descend as well, because I'm within 10 miles of the field. Right? Yep, about 9 miles. 8 miles. And Chuck Yeager traffic, November 11816, is out of 3,200. We are 7 miles now to the west of the field. We're going to jump in a left-hand pattern, runway 23, Yeager Field. Okay. So 2-3. How about we set the course knob to give us a rough idea about where 2-3 is. Kind of spun it the wrong way, honestly. There's 2-3-ish. So we're going to overfly the field. So if I'm overflying, I should be at 1,500 feet higher than the field. So if the field's at 1,000 roughly, I should be overflying at 2,500. Got about 4 miles to go. I need to find the field. I think I see it. And I believe I see it. All right, let's overfly. We're a little high. It's time to pull some speed back as well. Okay. And we'll just overfly. We'll jump in a left-hand downwind and see if we can hit this approach. Be right over the bridge too. That'll be kind of cool. Yeager Field traffic, November 11816 is overflying the field west to east at 2,600. We're going to join a left-hand downwind, runway 23, field traffic. Hey, buddy. Hi, Jet. A little snowy here, that's for sure. All right. So we're going to go down to about 1,900. That'll be pattern altitude. Let's try to get ourselves slowed down here as well. Try to stay off the terrain. We're probably good. Yeager traffic 11816, so left downwind 23. Yeager traffic. First notch of flaps coming in. I might have been a hair fast there. Might have been that warning. I was thinking 175, but I'm not 100% sure that that's what it is. Boy, that took me a while to get get on that downwind. Go a long ways away from the field now. Yeah, that's okay. And Jaeger traffic 11816 is left base 23. Jaeger traffic. Okay, there comes my speed. Again, I'm finding that I'm having a hard time getting caught up with the trim here. It's interesting. Go. I'm going to throw another notch of flaps in. Gear coming down. Jaeger traffic 11816 is turning final runway 23. Jaeger traffic. Down we go. Looking for 100 on the approach and trying to ref it out about 85 or so. I am just going to go a flaps 30 approach. That worked pretty well for us down at Capital City. There's good airspeed.
500.
Check. A little aggressive there on my way down, but this plane's built for that, right? I mean, shoot, you're flying this thing into Locker, Italy, so you got to be ready for that.
Clean up the slot.
Alright, down a little bit, little stuttery, but yeah, what the heck. Let's do some reversers. Alright, there's 50 knots. We can come off of that. Clean the flaps up. Welcome to Jaeger International. Welcome back, I should say.
Charleston traffic, this is November 389 Juliet Mike. 3 miles east of the Charleston VOR, currently just entered the Charlie airspace. We'll be following the radial, 86-degree radial off Charleston VOR to airport and joining the left downwind for runway 23.
I just realized I didn't use the local frequency. And Jaeger traffic 11816 is clear of runway 23. I was on Unicom the whole time, which wasn't bad, but I had forgotten that we have this local Unicom, so hopefully there was nobody there that was trying to talk to me. Wave off, go around. Leave that on. Yeah, so many things to practice, which is why I'm glad I flew one-way IFR, one-way VFR, because clearly I've got a lot still to work on. Yeah, what's my trim? Yeah, so a little bit off with my pitch trim. Okay, that looks good. We're gonna turn on Charlie here. Head back to the FBO. Yaw damp. Did I leave the yaw damper on fuse? Dang it. There's one more thing that I screwed up on. Welcome, Fuse Aviation. Nice to see you. Black Fox, to match your route, mine is LRVM to KICN to KOFE to, so it's living room to kitchen to coffee to cookie. That is awesome, my friend. No matter what your rudder trim, yeah, so that would explain it. No matter what rudder trim, it wasn't your hands because of the yaw damper. Yes, indeed, and there it is, plain as day, and that's supposed to come off. Guess who didn't go through their approach checklist? Yes, indeed. So that explains the sluggish kind of approach, really, on both ends. Here I was thinking it was the wind, but it was It was that for sure. Well, thank you for pointing that out, Fuse. Good catch, by the way. I appreciate that. I want... I'm going to go up to this last one here. Up the hill we go. Yeah, it just means I have to fly this plane some more because I've got some practicing I got to do. Got to fly more. Gotta fly some more. Boy, this is a stuttery airport. I mean, it's got some things to it. There's no doubt about that. But man, it really makes my system work. It's a beautiful little airport, though. Uh-oh. Hang tight. No, I'm not going to make this turn. All right. Well, again, guys, welcome. What airport is this? Just came in. This is Chuck Yeager International here in West Virginia, and it is a payware, but I do like it a lot. It's got quite a few. Let me show you around a little bit here. Got quite a few little cool nuances. The GA area here, obviously, you know, with lots of places to park and custom buildings and things like that. I think this must be like some kind of an office here. I don't know. That building seems a bit misplaced to me, but I'm not sure, honestly. And then down here you have there's a Air National Guard, kind of Virginia Air National Guard spot on this side here with a bunch of cargo planes. Those are C, what are those? I don't even know what those are. C-17s. I don't know. Anyway, this is the Air National Guard area, and then over here you have kind of the main terminal area. But the part I like, yeah, C-130s. Thank you. Are those C-130s? I thought C-130s were only two. They had 2 engines. Anyway, I don't know my military aircraft very well, but love this little terminal area. But the thing I really like about it is just where it sits. It's up on this plateau, just looking over the river. No matter how you approach, you're coming in and you're landed up on top of the hill, and no matter how you depart, you're going out there. That building is a flight school. Ah, very cool. So yeah, really a neat little airport and well worth it. It was not super expensive, but yeah, C-130s. Okay. All right, well, let's shut down. Pet the dog. Check. Parking brake set. And we're on ground idle. We can go ahead and turn the lights off here. We can turn off all of our heat, all of our passenger signs. We need to, let's see, let's get the pressurization, climate system off, the oxygen off, and flaps are cleaned up. Sweet. Avionics can come off as well. We'll go to cutoff. Yeah, I don't have the... yeah, we're good there. Jenny's. The batteries. I think we're kind of in business here. You could put the... Maybe I can't put the cover back on, but anyway, there we go. That will do it for tonight. A very fun flight indeed. Here comes some traffic. That's way cool. And appreciate everybody who flew along in the Virtual USA Flying Club event. We'll tally up the numbers and we'll see how many pilots we had total. But it was overall, I think, a pretty successful Tuesday night flight. You know, you don't tend to get a whole lot on a Tuesday, but if you're interested, if you're curious, by the way, the next event coming up is Mike's Birthday Bash. So that's our founder, Mike Sanante. And he is, on the 24th, Wednesday the 24th, it'll be 7:30 Eastern Time. So 23:30 Zulu, I believe. And we'll be doing, there's going to be like a giveaway and the whole works. So you want to see if you can get that Wednesday evening free. And then after that, the next one coming up is a biggie. It's our first ever vintage Cross the Gulf. It's on February 3rd. And there's some sign-ups there. You need to get yourself a spot, kind of like when you do Cross the Pond. You need to reserve a departure time and all that good stuff. There's a limit to the spawn-in points in the airports, the airport that we pick. So that's why it's really important that you get a spot so we can fit you in the right order. But anyway, you can check out the details. It's on the Virtual USA Flying Club events calendar. If you're watching and you don't know about the Virtual USA Flying Club, this is the information. We are a general aviation flying club that exists on the VATSIM network, and our sole purpose is just to promote general aviation and help pilots learn about GA flying on VATSIM and kind of overcome some of those fears. You know, you saw me tonight make every mistake there is in the book, but like the controller is, the controllers have been very patient, very good with us, and generally speaking, every time you go out, you learn something, no matter how many times you've flown. So, and that was definitely the case with me tonight. With an IFR one way, made a few mistakes, a VFR the other, made a few mistakes, but next time I fly, I'll hopefully remember that and not make those same mistakes. But so anyway, that is kind of what I've got for you as far as the Virtual USA Flying Club goes. I think it's time to close up shop. Let's head over here.
Thanks for watching my papa.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Thank you for coming in. Texas One Flyboy, thank you very much for 20 months flying with Mike. Thanks for the raid. November 321 Tango Foxtrot and Lex Stereo. Thank you guys for the follows as well. And then again, thank you for everybody else who came in, hung out, visited with me, caught my silly mistakes. Stu, STW222, thank you for the ATC if you're still here. Sleazy coming in right at the last minute. Hey, what's going on? Happy affiliate anniversary. Yes, thank you. I am just wrapping up things for the night. Unfortunately, I do have to work tomorrow, and it's getting on the witching hour here for this old man. But great to have the Foxes in. Mike, Kathy, have an awesome rest of your week. I am back, by the way. I do have something planned for, nothing on Thursday because I have a meeting Thursday night, but I've got something planned for the Saturday the 20th. I'm doing my giveaway on Saturday the 20th, and I'm going to go a little bit earlier. I'm going to go at 2100 Zulu, which is 2 o'clock my time, 4 o'clock Eastern time. So I'll have all the information on that later on. It's basically going to coincide with the Bravo tour, I believe. But anyway, I will let you know on that. We'll be doing our giveaway stream on the 20th coming up this Saturday. So hopefully you can join me. Iowa Scotsman, Shusey, thank you guys so very, very much. Rock Valkyrie, of course. Thank you for hanging out. Great to see you. Downwind Sim. Good Fixins was here. All the Pentagon. Everybody, all the usual knuckleheads, hula pants. Happy Haliversary to the hula pants, and anybody else that I missed. Agent Bravo 7, I think, was here earlier as well. So yeah, thank you guys. And if I missed you, I'm sorry. I'm at the top of my scroll. So it doesn't mean I don't appreciate you spending some of your valuable time with me, because I really, really do. So we can keep the love going here a little bit, I think, guys. We've got, let's see, who's doing some stuff here. Who's doing some stuff? And we've got, oh, you know what? We haven't, let's go say hey to Ibanez player 200. He is flying that aforementioned Flight Sim Reborn M500, the Malibu Mirage. Malibu. Let's go say hey to him. We haven't rated him maybe ever. So, but he's I lurk in his channels now. It does have a little bit of that intended for mature audiences deal, but hopefully that won't scare you away. But anyway, let's go over and say hi, and just keep the flight sim love going. Yeah, that's about all I've got. So I will see you Saturday, hopefully. Have a good rest of your week. Stay warm. Be safe out there. Can't wait to fly with you again. And yeah, until next time, take care. God bless. Time to raid. See ya.